Top 10 Free Wireframe Tools for Web Production. A wireframe that is indispensable when creating websites and apps. It is a blueprint of the design created by the director, and it is an element necessary for smooth production. There are no rules on how to make a wireframe. But you can make it smooth and easy to understand by using a dedicated tool. Therefore, this time, we will introduce the knowledge about wireframes, from the basic idea to the recommended tools for wireframe creation. What is a wireframe? A simple explanation of wireframes is the blueprints for websites and apps that describe where, what, and how. It may be easier to understand if you imagine the floor plan and blueprints that you make when you build a house. Why do you need wireframes? Top 10 Free Wireframe Tools for Web Production. 1 Wireframe allows you to share the completed image and check the work contents with everyone involved in the website when creating a website. In other words, wireframes play a role as a communication tool in advancing web production. Since the completed drawing of the website is visualized, you can proceed with the work with the same image even when working with multiple people. If you proceed with an ambiguous common understanding, the work content will be misaligned and unexpected man-hours will occur. Also, even if a transfer occurs between the persons in charge, the situation is obvious by looking at the wireframe. You can smoothly exchange business points when thinking about wireframes. When considering wireframes, keep the following 4 points in mind. With these in mind, you can think of wireframes efficiently. Prepare some sites to refer to. Unless you are accustomed to creating a website, it will take time to think about site design from scratch. Research and refer to websites with similar purposes and similar industries. In addition to being a reference, you can also expand your own design drawer by making the layout wireframe. Try to refer to competing sites. When considering the overall structure of your site, be sure to check out competing sites and similar sites. Especially when you look at the site map, you can see at a glance what kind of information is covered. You can also find out if information that should be included in the site you are trying to create is missing. It is NG to make it exactly the same, but if you think why is this arrangement? It will be a good reference when making a wireframe. Think of smartphone and PC wireframes separately. Since the width of the screen is different between smartphones and PCs, it is common to use different layouts. When considering the PC version of wireframe, if you also consider whether it is responsive or not, you can smoothly proceed with smartphone support. No need to think about design. The wireframe is just a blueprint for the entire site. It is the next step, designer's job, to decide the design such as coloring and button shape. If you add color, you will not be able to proceed because you are concerned about the details. In order to judge whether the composition is good or bad, let's think in a simple form excluding the design elements. Wireframe tool. Top 10 Free Wireframe Tools for Web Production. 1 For your own website, handwriting with paper and pen may be the fastest. However, when sharing an image within the company or when making a proposal to a customer, it is NG. Therefore, it is necessary to create a wireframe that anyone can see at a glance. You can also create it using tools that you usually use in your business, such as PowerPoint, Excel, and Illustrator. It's good to use this kind of familiar software, but it's not optimized for wireframes, so you may find it inconvenient to create. Therefore, you may not get used to it at first, but let's use a dedicated tool. We will introduce the recommended tools below, so please compare and choose the one that is easiest to use. Also read 7 tips on how to manage online marketing techniques. Wireframe creation tool that can be used on the browser. The recommended tool for easily creating wireframes is a tool that allows you to create wireframes on your browser. You don't need to install any software, so you can start using it right away. There are many tools that can be intuitively created by dragging and dropping. Each has its own characteristics, such as whether or not you have registered as a member, how to save images, whether or not you support United States, and the interface, so compare some of them and choose the one that you find easy to use. 1. Kaku. You can easily create wireframes using the graphic tools for websites. There are also templates for wireframes. In addition to that, there are abundant templates such as flowcharts, network configuration diagrams, mind maps, Gantt charts, organizational charts, etc., which can be widely used in business. There is also an editing function with multiple members and a chat function. 2. Wireframe.cc. You can drag to create arrange and place tools. The created tool can also be moved by dragging. It features a simple interface and can be operated smoothly as if it were handwritten. When you click the Save button, it will be saved on the web. It is also convenient that you can share wireframes by sharing URLs. 3. Ninja Mock. You can configure the device and create a wireframe optimized for each. It may be useful when considering wireframes for apps as well as websites. Since the elements are composed of handwritten fonts, it is possible to create fashionable wireframes. 4. Mopes. You can easily create it without registration. If you register as a member of the free version, you will be able to output in PNG or PDF. It's easy to operate because you just drag the elements you need. 5. Prut. It can be operated by dragging and dropping. Since there are abundant parts, especially smartphone parts, even beginners can easily make wireframes that are easy to understand. You can also set animations and use the preview function to check transitions similar to websites and apps. 6. Mockingbird. It can be operated by dragging and dropping. Many of the tools that can be placed are highly versatile, such as videos, map images, and RSS. Because it is simple, it may be an easy-to-use service. 7. Mock Flow. Membership registration is required, but you can use it for free. You can efficiently create a full-fledged wireframe by using a wide variety of templates that are close to the layout you envision. 8. Hot Glue. A simple and easy-to-use tool. You can try it for free for 7 days. However, since it is an overseas service, it may not be suitable for US sites. 9. Just-in-Mind Prototyper. First, set the screen size with a device such as a PC or smartphone, and the canvas will be displayed. You can easily draw by dragging the required elements into the wireframe. Easy-to-use software that even beginners can easily make. 10. Power Mockup. Recommended for those who want to make wireframes with offline tools. Once installed, you can extend PowerPoint for Office software. Since the number of elements for wireframes will increase, you can easily create wireframes on PowerPoint by dragging and dropping. I think that people who usually work with PowerPoint are very easy to use. In conclusion, in order to create an easy-to-understand site, it is important to carefully consider it at the wireframe stage. If you proceed with the site creation somehow, you may get lost on the way and eventually recreate it. Please hold down the points introduced this time and make good use of the wireframe. Do you like our content and would love to hear more from us? Kindly subscribe to our channel, like and share with your friends, family. Stay tuned for more.